la la.
Good afternoon, everyone. Captain Lane speaking, and wishing you a safe travels to your crypto destination. For those of you traveling with mice, please securely position your cursor over the like button below and right-click with your favorite finger. For those with touchscreen devices, we ask that you gently press the
Greetings to the crypto community. We are pseudo-anonymous. We are here to smash that like button. We believe this content needs to reach more people like you. We are watching. We are listening. Most importantly, we are liking and subscribing. We are pseudo-anonymous. Expect us.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no. You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
If you just stumble across the channel, it's probably because somebody hit that like button before. And for those of you who hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's all right now because anything you do, well, that's all right. Oh, baby, that's all right.
Some call him the Nostradamus of crypto. His charting skills have discovered new entire galaxies. He once was engaged to Satoshi Nakamoto's oldest sister. He is the most interesting trader in the world. And today we asked him, what do you do when the market crashes?
I buy more. And I also subscribe to Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with your friend Road Dogg. My name is Lane, your tour guide for the crazy crap that is going on in the crypto market. So glad to have every one of you here. Hey, Marco is in the house. I saw Strega dip in and out. Strega, how's it going, baby? I thought I saw Strega. Dog intros are getting better. Actually, this is an old intro. And it's not the only one, just pulling something out of the bag there we haven't seen in a little while. It's kind of a compilation of a lot of earlier intros. Let's go over here and let's check out what is going on. Hopefully my mic is still on. We do a quick little sound check here and we are ready to go. I'm not getting feedback that I'm getting something there. All right, testing 1 2 1 2. How's it going, Marco? All right, we're confirming that we've got a stream going. Let's move on over to what in the world is going on with Bitcoin? What are you doing, Bitcoin? Looks like you're just flagging out, hanging out there, just chilling, going sideways, freaking everybody out. Is a big move coming? Did you change your mind? Did you go bullish? Are we not going down to 25,000 again? What's up, Bitcoin? You're acting funny. That's very suspicious behavior, mister. Have you been drinking? Let me see your license and registration, please, Bitcoin. What's that odor? Funny odor I smell in your car tonight. As we see, Bitcoin dominance still moving to the upside. 52.11% dominance. Most of the money going into Bitcoin. No surprise. Dollar's losing value. Rejected over here at this trend line. Bottom right hand screen, this is stablecoin. US dollar tether took a big dump. Where did it go? Well, these charts say mostly Bitcoin, even a dump out of the altcoins there. Because Bitcoin dominance going up. Driving this over there. Why is this happening? There's a neat little article here. Bitcoin ETF news triggers price surge, which it did, and then BlackRock denies the approval. Let's go over this because it talks with Gareth Soloway. Another technical analysis that I respect. He's got some interesting comments to say here, and I think he's right on target. We talked about these ideas before. We'll come back to this article. We have talked about these ideas before compared to the last markets that we've had in Bitcoin. It would not surprise me that they tried to scare the price down, but instead take it up. It could happen. It could happen. It happened back over here. It happened back over here in this area. We're in the perfect spot. With the more major players coming, that could definitely be a possibility. So what does this article say? Let me go ahead and read this out loud for you. Following the emergence of news confirming the approval of a Bitcoin ETF on Monday, there was a sharp rise in the price of Bitcoin. This short-term price increase brought joy to the crypto community. The news of the price increase in Bitcoin triggered reports of the SEC approving BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Spot ETF to 30,000 was met with excitement. However, BlackRock quickly denied the claims, and then the atmosphere of joy quickly turned into disappointment. Bitcoin plummeted to $28,100 within minutes, and investors in the crypto market were caught off guard and they faced liquidations. The situation was met with a strong reaction from market participants. Do we need regulators? Analyst Gareth Soloway, well known to the crypto investors, referred to this situation as a pump and price and sell. Pump the price and sell. In a video he shared on Tuesday, Soloway shared that such a serious event cannot occur without intentional dissemination of false information for personal or institutional interest, and added, "I'll be honest with you, these kinds of things just don't happen when no one has ill intentions.
Solway also expressed his concerns about the situation. He shared that the events like this could undermine the trust being built in cryptocurrencies. He then called for intervention by regulators and said, "In conclusion, I can say that yes, the crypto markets need the SEC or some regulatory institutions that follow the crazy house. There needs to be an investigation by the SEC to find out who is making big bets on Bitcoin." According to Soloway, such rumors can cause significant price fluctuations due to false information and unsubstantiated news. According to the famous analyst, the integrity of the market depends on the existence of a regulatory framework. So will Bitcoin rise furthermore despite the overall impact of the pump and dump event in the market? Soloway stated that the Bitcoin chart has a positive trend. Although he did not specify a price target or a target price, he shared with investors that the observed charts indicate potential price increases. Finally, Cointelegraph, the source that reported this false information. Shame on you, Cointelegraph. That goes against you verify your sources, baby. That's the rules of journalism. Verify your sources. Finally, Cointelegraph, the source that reported this false information, immediately retraced his post and published an apology letter after receiving backlash from the market. Shortly after the incident, Christina editor-in-chief of Cointelegraph, expressed regret in the event, and in Dubai said, "It was a disaster, and it serves as an example of what should not happen." Smells like a payoff there. Folks, we've got the big names in the game, and they play dirty. I have said that ever since I've had this channel. They play dirty. And they manipulate the news that we get. And what a perfect opportunity. So, what is going on with Bitcoin? Well, we got to look on the weekly chart to get an idea. It does seem like we could be going up, but our weekly chart's not really confirming that for strong movement just yet on some of these indicators. Let's take a look here. What we have before us is a relative strength index. It's like RSI, as we kind of call it. Now, she herself is in more of a bullish pattern, to be honest with you. You can chart these indicators just like you can chart, or most of them, just like you can chart price action. Same patterns apply. So it had a break of trend, had a secondary trend, broke that. Overall, I mean, we've got some room to go to the top of this pattern to 61%. It is showing some signs of upside, and there are signs of moving up. Will it be like the crazy move? I don't think so. Overall, I do, like we contended the nights before, do think that we are in a range that we kind of identified. Is this the right chart? Come here, charty chart. This is not it, but it does have the range. Where'd you go, baby? There we are. Magical. Looking at this idea between these red lines here is where I can see us fluctuating and staying for a little while. There are bullish signs that we've been looking at for a long time here on the weekly, namely this Ichimoku cloud, because once we started getting into it, even months ago back in May, I've still held this all through here. We can see ups and downs through here, but people are probably sick of hearing me saying it, but it usually spits you out on the other side. And then you start riding above a thinner green cloud. So we've been seeing this for a long time on the weekly, but it is on the weekly, and it does take it a long time to play out. Do want to draw your attention here that, we got some indicators that need to be above the 200 average, moving average, this yellow line. We need to see this green line get back up there. We need to see this red line get back up there. And then that's when we can start looking for some actual movement. outside of this zone when those things start happening. Until now, we're just going to be fluctuating here in this channel, bouncing between these moving averages. But, you know, I would rather go sideways and up and down within a range than just drop totally. So in a way, this could potentially, depending on Bitcoin dominance, it could bear out here in a little bit, not immediately with the altcoins. Bitcoin can get to an area where it can just travel sideways. Like on the daily time frame, where it's just not going up all crazy. Kind of gets to a point where it levels out. Let's bring up this little Bitcoin dominance chart here. So Bitcoin can be stable, and the dominance, and that is this over here. If that goes up, then this is a good time to accumulate altcoins. Now, if Bitcoin dominance starts falling, and if Bitcoin price itself just kind of goes sideways, well, then alts start going up. That would be a nice situation right there. So all eyes on Bitcoin at the moment. We've always talked about the possibility of just dominance, or I have always mentioned that at some point in this market, the dominance is going to take off. Bitcoin is going to steal the show, and altcoins are going to bleed. And we may be getting closer to that, possibly. Our larger time frames are starting to look a little bit better. But still, the biggest thing comes to getting above this yellow line right here, the 200 weekly moving average. Once we do that, if we can establish a candle above that, that's 28,171 at the moment. If we can stick around this area and hold it, we might be onto something. But if we cannot regain this 200 moving average on the weekly, if there is a rejection here, we may be visiting 25.5 again in this area, coming back and touching this green cloud. And that's what I'm seeing on the bigger time frames. And although in short term, meaning over the next, I don't know, let's say this next week, we can get some pumps. There can be definitely some manipulation. We can get some dumps. Because getting rejected at these moving averages, we got a range between $26,800 and what is that, $855, comfortably all the way up to $28,750, just to bounce through there, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. But being rejected up there, we're going to move down these moving averages, and we have a very good chance to revisit 26,871. Let's go ahead and mark that little guy. So should we get rejection, that is an area that I do see us coming back to play with. Unfortunately, by the time it gets here, that will be beyond this trend line that we're hoping to hold. So we'll have to take a closer look at that. Now we're here on the daily. I do want to point this out as well. Our 200 moving averages here. Currently we're above it, almost close to candle above it, right? Have to see how this works out tomorrow. It could totally turn around on us. That's good news. That's bullish. That is bullish. What is still bearish, or rather think of it like a magnet that can pull price back down, are these moving averages here. Now, if we start seeing these cross above this one, the 100, and especially crossing above the 200, that's when we're starting to get the strong trend that everybody's hoping for. But that is not yet confirmed. And so to go wholeheartedly bullish right now, in my opinion, would be a mistake, putting you at risk to be the victim of buying high and riding it down lower. So if FOMO gets to you, if you're missing out, and I can understand why, it's almost 29,000. You know, price fluctuates, and we still got time. Now, this is the bottom half of a channel that we're in right in here. And we just flipped up to the, what we'd say, the upper level. We're on the second story right now. Almost. If we can close this candle above here, start a new one fresh in this zone, I feel pretty confident in saying that we might see 30,000 Bitcoin. These could possibly be some shorting opportunities. Possibly. We just have to analyze it as we get there. We could be looking at a more bullish move. I mean, we could see up to 33,000 to retest this trend line. And one possible scenario that we could see, something similar to what I'm drawing out here, come up to the top of the trend line, come back down, retest this area, flip it as support, and then work our way back up that way, go on some trajectory like that. That's possible, or even coming up here finding support here, that would be even more bullish. But what would suck is if this pattern that we're in right here, this opening broadening wedge, which is bearish, gets us all hyped up here at almost $31,000. Yes, we're back, baby. We're back. The bull run is on. And then come down here to 28 and fall through the pattern like it normally does, bringing us back to 25,000. These are all situations we don't know what it's going to do. But this pattern, that's what it usually happens with it. Except for that rare occasion where there really is a parabolic move coming over the market, and we get those price pumps, and we get above this trend line, close above it. Why, that almost looked like the start of a bull run, but it's much too early for that in my personal opinion. I would be more than happy to be wrong. But this is more rare for this situation to play out than what these things normally do, which is a retest of that area and then come to the downside. So that's what we're looking for in Bitcoin. And I do feel like this range will probably hold sideways. So it may only retrace back to around 28,000, where price is now, should we get another pump up. But another pump could be coming. It could be on the way. Let's not rule that out. Because as long as we're above that daily 200 moving average, well, my thesis has to swing bullish now. Below that 200 daily, I'm bearish. I'm looking for more bearish scenarios. Being above this 200 moving average, well, I have to flip my script now by my rules. Start looking for some more bullish scenarios. I don't want to stay bullish if we're starting to look, I don't want to stay bearish if we're starting to look good. Miss out on my move? No. But I want to watch it very cautiously. Signs that I do see that's kind of tricky. Oh, these wicks right here. Those are top wicks. Those are blow off tops. That looks like a blow off top. I agree with Gareth Solway. I think there are bigger players manipulating this market with the news, and that's because they want your Bitcoin. Which I just refuse to give up my Bitcoin. I will give up that nasty fiat. I will give up that nasty stable coin. But I have emotional issues when it comes to getting rid of my Bitcoin. I'm still trying to recover the Bitcoin that I had lost on KuCoin during the KuCoin migration. That kind of ticked me off. So good evening, everyone. So glad to have you guys here tonight. If you could, hit that like button. Help this channel, help the stream reach other people.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
And I think we got a visitor here tonight. I think we got the chef in the house, man. What is up, chef? There's my man Strega in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight, man? So what do you guys think? You think it's time to be a moon boy? You think it's time to be kind of cautious and not trust these little suckers? Out of all the charts I've got, I'm really liking this one with the whole range theory. And DeFi guy, welcome to the stream, my man. DeFi guy's first one that brought my attention to A-Star. Let's take a look at that. Now, I like this one. The only sad thing is that I'm not able to access it on MEXC anymore, although it shows that they have it. That's Astera, that's not it. A-Star on MEXC, it says spot crypto right there. And it appears as though it's trading, although it's got to be one of those regional issues, which I think sucks. So I have a bag of it that I can't do anything with at the moment over on MEXC. And then apparently it is up and running over there. Else we would not have it coming in at 0.04 cents at the moment. This was an interesting project. If you're not familiar with it, I suggest that you check it out. Currently, she looks like she wants to come down around this area, so it looks like things are going to get a little bit sluggish for A-Star, about 3.6 cents for a while. Maybe going through another accumulation like this. But we can see that it can bump from there up to, 11 cents. If you're willing to ride that ride, as long as it takes. I mean, it's not a bad project. That's 211% to get there. If you get some of these juicy bottom prices around this 3.5 cent area, this green little trend line we have there, the key area. Basically, that's most likely situation that I'm seeing is that we are trying to, let's clear the screen out. Well, I don't want to clear everything out. So yeah, real possibility of seeing something like that. Not necessarily that it would just go up instantly like that. But we may be looking for a bigger accumulation out of A-Star, or maybe working on a smaller double bottom like right here. Well, that's Dolly. Or just a larger double bottom right there. But I'll tell you, the double bottoms, that's a good strategy to go for if you're trying to accumulate this for a long-term project. Double bottoms pay the bills, baby. That is what Crypto Bitcoin Chris says, and I have to agree. Strega says moonbagging. Strega, that's in my opinion, that is the smartest way to play crypto, is the moonbag. My favorite strategy. So overall, looking at the altcoins today, kind of get a little suffering now, right? Kind of seeing these bags kind of fall just a little bit, right? See what's been holding up for the day. Caspa is still holding its ground there. Ape at $1.12. You remember that thing was dropped down to $7? Remember when it was running around? Did it get up to 14? I mean, it was up there, right? Then shift fall. Solana holding in at $24 right now. Take a look at Solana really quick. Some people are really into it. I do have a bag of this one. Had it for a while. I've got some NFTs over on Solana. Because those are great investments, aren't they? They held their value very well. Not. So Solana, I've still got it in the channel. Didn't really come down to the bottom area, but continues to want to try to go to the top area, which is around $33. So still watching it. Next area I'm looking for is around 26. Thought I had a move there. And we got a bull flag that could possibly take us up to the 28.40 cent area. So Solana looking kind of juicy to me. Meta over here is still rocking it out on the daily chart. Still going. Still going. This is Metadiem. She just keeps rocking the cash, but just does not want to stop. Is this a great place to get in? I would say nay. A retest of this area at 4 cents is highly likely. So I would look for that area if you're interested in taking a nibble at this project. But for the most part, she's already made some sizable gains from 2.5 cents all the way up to that top wick, doubling, giving anyone who got in it cheaply a moon bag. Currently is at 84% from that bottom there. From the breakout that we had here at 4 cents, it's a 32% gain overall, currently holding its weight at 15% above their return on investment. Zooming out just a little bit, do we have some room to go? We looked at this one, got some measured moves, and I'm still looking for this target up here at 5.7 cents, but do notice that the other targets did get hit. So she looks like she's trying to gain a little ground, turn around, put the left leg in, shake it all about, all that kind of stuff. Meta seems to be a little bit on fire lately. DKA, Decargo. We got to give it respect, baby. It pumped. She pumped and bumped. Look at there, look at her go. She just blasted off into outer space. It is like a miracle, a magic that is happening before our very eyes. People are turning their bags of crap into bags of more crap with this coin. Because if you sell it into USDT, you are still buying a crap coin. I am just saying, fiat money is crap. DKA has made a run for it. It was continuing to go up and up. If you got in the bargain area that we mentioned it at before on the stream, that you could possibly just be kissing your grandma as you buy a brand new mansion over in the hills. 56% gain out of that. Currently where we are, pumped up 86% gain. Hit our little targets up here. Oh man, look at you, look at you. So this is when I gotta stress, you know, that targets are actually a zone. I put a number up, doesn't mean it's cool when it does. It's cool when it touches exactly, but look, it cheated me. It cheated me, didn't quite get there. Just a little short, man.
Bro dog, you suck, man. You suck. You didn't hit your target.
It did not hit my actual number. But that's where you adopt your trading style. You're not supposed to use my numbers. You're supposed to just copy my ideas, put them on the charts, or compare them to your own charting ideas. But I do think she can get up to 4.8 cents. I think she can. I think she can come up to this 618 trend, this Fibonacci area. And who knows? She may have more to go, 5.5 cents. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be lovely? Wouldn't that just tickle your fancy and mine? Wouldn't tickle my fancy. I did not actually end this trade. I did not actually get in on this project. Another one I missed. Another one I missed. Marco says, dog, we have spot. There's that box again. We have spot trading for big time now on Mixie. Okay, we'll take a look at that. I think I've heard that name thrown out there. Not a member says, a solid crew here tonight. Not a member, my man. Glad to have you here. I can't. That box gets on my nerves, man. Striga says, why does it do this box? All right. Striga says, I'm absolutely doing terrible, man. Well, if we're doing spot, yeah, we got a little stuff to ride through. I mean, some of my little spot bags are just not, my long-term holds are just not very happy at the moment, and they probably won't be. There's always that thought in my back of my head that says, man, maybe I should sell these things into Bitcoin. But then there's also that thought in my back of the head that's saying, are you going to sell at the bottom, road dog? You going to sell at the bottom? Really? You going to wait till price gets as low and then you're going to back out? You're going to say, I'm going to sell. I want to buy high and sell low. That's not the way to make money, road dog. So you just ignore that voice. Because if you're doing the long run, well, I mean, that's what happens. But Striga, my man, I got a good feeling that you're going to do just fine this bull run. But I'll tell you, I've been getting my little butt spanked on some of those high leverage trades with all this whiplash price action we had here. My little account got to the point where I'm saying, well, there's just so little in here, I might as well just go reckless. I tried that 150% leverage. It looked like promising for about 5 minutes, and when I checked back just a few minutes later, nowhere to be found. Speaking of trades on Bitcoin, let's see what do we got going on over here? Here on BitUnix, this is my Bitcoin. What happened to my Bitcoin, baby? Well, my account's up. This was a $100 account, so we're up to 120. Woohoo! We're up $20. Currently in this XRP, I don't even know how I got in that trade. I'm really looking for Bitcoin. My position history, what happened? I made $32 on my last trade when we pumped up to 28,000 and beyond. So cool. Thankful for that. 79% gain. Sold way too early, but hey, it's better than losing because I don't like to lose. That sucks when you lose. So doing okay on BitUnix over here on my longs. But it's not just a long that I have there. Can I pull you up, baby? You gonna let me show you? Trying to pull up my short account over here. Have you got me? If I gotta sign in and all that crap, I may not be able to show you my shorts. I don't even know how they look right now. Come on. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. I think I'm in. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is spot. Hey! Am I up? Oh my gosh, I'm in the green. Look. I got 99 cents. Woo! I was using like 25x over here. Small account, man. I'm not one of them Jason Caspers out there, man. I'm not. But, we take what we can get on the market. We may have to... There should be a stop loss in place there. Correct. Oh, you're kidding me. They're playing with fire like an idiot right there. Had to put a stop loss. My entry price is 28,284. I've got limit order set through here just to catch a few little prices. Okay. So let me go ahead and set me a stop loss here. That way you don't wreck me, because I know you want to wreck me. Those big dogs are out there playing. They riding dirty. They riding dirty. They trying to take my money. They're trying to take my crypto. Can't let them take your crypto, man. So altcoins are taking a beating. We talked just a minute ago about one. You guys brought one up. Let me go back to the chat over here. Striga says they took all the beef and I can't read because of that box. They took all the beef and made chili. Nothing left to make tacos. Man, I know how you love tacos. Big Time, that's the one. Marco mentioned that one. Let's take a look at Big Time. Big Time. Let's see, we got futures. Where's Spot? Have Spot. Let's see what this coin is. I'm not really familiar with it though. I've heard it, but I'm not sure what it is. Coming over here to CoinMarketCap, let's take a look at Big Time. See what Big Time is all about. It has 5 billion maximum supply. Circulating supply is 147 million. So there's lots of coins that can be unleashed. Just something to be noted about. Market cap's low. Interesting market cap, 22 million. Okay, might have something to look at. Still a lot of coins that can be unlocked there. Looking at the overall price history here. So relatively a new coin we're starting out here with. about Big Time. Big Time is a multiplayer action role-playing game for PC that melds fast combat system with an open game economy where players have an active role in generating and exchanging game items. Okay, so we are a game project. There are lots of them. There's game tokens are not, in my personal opinion, solid for long-term investment necessarily. I mean, I think there's some more valuable use cases that would be more rewarded, but it definitely can make money in the gaming tokens, especially because they get the narratives, they get the marketing, they get the hype, they get the pump. But just keep in mind, when was the last time you played Pac-Man? When did you last play GTA? When was the last time you played Axie Infinity? Yeah. So, you know, it's trends, baby, trends. So as long as you understand that, I think you're cool to be in the game. If you get behind a gaming coin and think it's going to revolutionize the crypto market, this is it. You may cry a little bit. I'm just saying. I would cry. So it lost its trend line. Currently, could be said that we are in a falling wedge. It has about 68-70% chance to break to the upside, according to that. I'm on the 4-hour chart. The only thing I'm seeing that gives me a little scare was that we're below the 9 moving average on the 4-hour. Crossed barely over the 21. Let's come down to the 1 hour and see what it says. So we got little price history here to go with. Some areas of, what was that? Areas of support here. These dotted lines. Quite possibly we could get that and get back to that area. Check my fibs here. Oh, and we are at a 618. Okay, curious. Now I like this. So straighten this line up on the 4-hour. It was a little nicer. But good possibility that this may stick. This is only the second touch for this trend line on this time frame, so it's a little wishy-washy. I mean, it could come down lower. We have to kind of finagle. But holding at the 618, looks like it's trying to do something. It did start reversing here so far on the 1 hour. After wicking down there. Let's come down to the 15. How's that look? Not convinced that we're not coming down lower yet. Possibly. I mean, this is a good area for us to come up to. If we can get above the 9, get above the 21. Hey. But the way she's setting up, this is not a bottom pattern to me to bounce off this trend line. So it is more of a, right now it's more of a little flaggy flag that could drop us down lower, in my personal opinion. And now, not saying that it will, I'm just saying be cautious of it. 15-minute Ichimoku Cloud doesn't look very happy. Coming to the 1 hour. And there's a little bit of divergence right here on their RSIs, but that's not the kind that I look for that makes me happy, like, oh yeah, I want to take this trade. I would be watchful right here because not saying it is not a good place to trade. I would just use a tight stop loss if you're trying to enter here under that 618. Me personally, is what I think. Because I think it's got a good possibility of getting rejected back up here around 17 something cents at this at the 9 moving average that we lost. And maybe break on through to the 786 area at 8.5, 8.6 cents. That could happen, but the pattern, if this does hold, if it does keep going up a little bit higher, we confirm this. I mean, we have a chance. Come back up here to around 20 cents and to break out, because that's what this pattern should do. About 75% of the way in, we should get a breakout, and it could. So getting finding support here at 618 and a possible trend line, it's worthwhile to take a trade on that, in my personal opinion. So something along the lines short term with the you put a tight stop loss there, or tighter stop loss. For an altcoin, that's not as tight as I would like, really. But that would be relatively a safe one underneath the 618, underneath 14 cents there. Overall, you got a decent risk to reward ratio, somewhere around 4 to 1. That's good. So worth looking at. Marco says, feeling your strengths, the black swan is convinced, expect them to try to take more of your bitcoins. That is true. They want that Bitcoin. Marco says, I've consolidated into the coins and just tax harvest. Get the alts on the low lows. Marco, that's a great plan, my man. Stricker says, they really cooked the hell out of the beef too, man. But is it still seasoned? Did they season that beef? Checking in on the Joy stream, been following this one, trying to get a I do have a bag of this, trying to add a little bit back to my bags there. One that I think has promise on the long term, but I'm still looking for a possibility to come back here, and it doesn't seem like it would at this time. I wanted to flag out and go, it may not. I can't say. Can't you say something good about it? Don't say nothing at all, Road Dog. The good things I see, that I like the cloud and the little sliver of green over here. I mean, I'm looking at that. That's an idea. Doesn't mean that it's going to work though, because we're below this 200 moving average on the 4 hour, and all of our other indicators are trying to get a little bearish under there. So I'm still looking for this one maybe to hit. It may take a while to get down there. Gains for a living, I think we're in this little juicy buy zone, this little nibble area. Still a possibility to come back and touch this bottom trend line here, about 0.017, 0.018 cents. But so far, this trend line is holding this area around 2 cents. And as long as it's holding, I've got no complaints, but just keep in mind, moving averages have crossed bearishly. They are in total reverse order right now. 200, the 100, the 50. 21's crossed over the 21 bullishly. Maybe trying to make a little bit of a rebound, but when we break up a trend line, there's a good chance to get a bearish retest up to that price level, or if it's a little bit more bullish, maybe up to the trend line. But price usually gets rejected and then comes to make a lower low. So overall, I mean, I'm seeing downside for altcoins. I've been seeing this for a little while, but there are some outliers out there that pop off. SoFi has had a nice day today, up 14%. In a range. I thought this was an interesting area to play in right here that we're still in. Still do. Because this little guy seems to like to make these little spikes up. So with this one, we were talking about accumulation in this area and just setting those limit orders and letting it cash out on its own. Because, man, look at this. Up to there is 37%. Up here is 66%. Up here, 100%. You can moonbag this relatively easy. And it did it over here recently 1, 2, 3 times. And I'm sitting here thinking, it may not happen for a little while. It likes to do that. It likes to have its little pumps and dumps. Look at that one. Look, this can't be real. This cannot be real. Is this? No, this is not futures. This is spot. So in 1 4-hour period in May, this thing pumped from I don't. 980%, 960, 980%. Insane, absolutely insane. Talk about a money maker. So an interesting project if you're a range trader and things like that. Maybe one to check in on. Starting to make me feel wet. Oh, I spilled a drink on me. That's why. Trigger says, I didn't get any SoFi, and it did a bounce, so I didn't get any. I don't think I have any SoFi. I don't think I got in on that one either, Strega. I've honestly not been trading altcoins much at all lately. I've just been kind of eyeballing Bitcoin and just trying to maintain my risk, I guess. Striga says, I had the window open and I just forgot to go back to it. And just in a span of like 15 minutes, I missed it. Oh man, that is how it goes almost every time. Like, I overslept before the big move. And I think the one Monday just slept right through that. On Bitcoin anyway. Tenet, I think we looked at this one before. It looked interesting for a longer term play, but she's still looking at it in this accumulation area, so interesting area to get into that, in my personal opinion. Loom took a hit today. Look at that. Loom got up to, gosh, what is that? 0.00069 on a pump, and now we're down to really 0.000115. I'd say it lost 90% of that move, man. Gave it all back. Sounds like it's at a decent place to look at now. Or is it? I would say we're getting close to some nibble territory there. Let's see what we can figure out here. Well, that goes into the negative. Ooh, that would be a hella drop. But I gotta put it on there, 0.0000163. If the market goes to hell in a handbasket, that's a good target to look at. Does that mean that that's where we're going now? Nope, doesn't. Could be. Not necessarily. Personally, it's usually around this area that we may start seeing a little bit of a turnaround come for Loom. I think it's good nibble territory. I'll put it that way if you're interested in this one. Let's go check out Loom, see what the tokenomics are on Loom. Token Metrics was looking at this one too. It was on their radar. So it's Loom Network. I remember this one from the last cycle. Loom migrated to a new address. Okay. That's what the chart looks like. Spike, nothing. Little baby spike, nothing. Little spike. Loom's all-time high was 77 cents. That was 5 years ago, so that was that big spike we saw. All-time low was 4 years ago, so we haven't. That's kind of cool. We haven't made back to our lows yet. Loom Network is a platform as a service that is built on top of Ethereum and allows developers to run large-scale decentralized applications. The platform was released on October 1st, 2017. The goal is to allow application developers to have smart contracts that can access much more computing power when it's required, or maintain the same power at lower cost for tasks such as trials or onboarding of new users or applications that simply do not need the full security of blockchain to begin with. Interesting. Some people like it. And where's our details on this guy? Where's our tokenomics? Total supply is 1.3 billion. Circulating supply is 1.219 billion. So most of this one is out in the market there. So we're seeing relatively, about a base cost here. Almost actual value, pretty much. And jumping back there, what's the market cap? Market cap is 221 million. So how high can you go, baby? She made up to 17 cents and didn't make it back up there the last market. It's already went higher this time than it did last cycle. On March 28, when it reached its secondary all-time high for that cycle at 26 cents. And she had recently gotten up to this area around 35 cents. So Loom, she was pumped up. And this is Loom to ETH. No wonder this is not making sense to me. Let's go look at this. We're looking against Loom to Ethereum, so that's why it's giving me those crazy numbers there. The Loom Network USDT on MXC. Here we go. Okay, charts very similar. It's at 18 cents. There was it. Oh my gosh, really? 50 cents. Did Loom make its all-time high? It did get up to 77 cents. It's actually a good sign, in my personal opinion, for it to make a higher high at this point than it did in the bull market last time. So interesting. Seems like Loom may be getting some traction, or it may just be getting some good old-fashioned manipulation. And so this trend line looks very solid to me. Broke to the upside of it, spiked the top, spiked that volleyball over the net, drove it right down to the sand. Are you going to come down here? It could, man. If she's going to drop any more, she needs to hold the level she's at. There is some, I'm on the 1 hour chart here too. Let's back up. Back up, Loom. What are you doing, Loom? You got anything positive going on for me? Oh, that looks scary, baby. What's up here? On the daily? I'm not officially crossed here bearish, but she looks like 3 days says maybe some more wiggle room there. What we got going on here? 12 hours already crossed. 12-hour time frame, a little bit simpler to read here. Says we're bouncing off the 50 movement average, which is also at the bottom of this trend line. So these guys have not crossed. 9 hasn't crossed bearish over 21, so we could bounce right back up. It's possible. Ichimoku Cloud kind of likes that theory. MACD says, I don't know yet. MACD gets confused sometimes. So I'm not saying we're going to bust out of here, but it looks like we're finding support there. And if we do, eventually we make it up to the top of the channel again. And I like that right there. So I don't think Loom is, I'm not seeing a huge correction. Even though this is a bearish pattern and getting spiked out of the top usually leads us breaking to the downside. Ichimoku Cloud says, nah, baby, we might bounce here. We're still doing good. So interesting on the 12-hour on that. It actually looks good to me. Just kind of verify it with some more smaller time frames. The 4-hour. I don't like being under that green cloud, but I do like money flow being up. It looks like it will be a little bit of a struggle there, but I think it's got a good possibility to bounce here. I do. Marco says that, why does it keep doing that? Casp is so bullish, dog. You witnessed a coin that has performed this well. Okay, have you witnessed a coin that's performed this well since Ethereum? So I've stopped DCAing, and we're We're going to fall off the table, or we're headed for a retest. Or are we going to? Let's take a look at Caspa. It is strong. Cannot deny that. I mean, it's holding. Oh, baby. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Oh, we gotta go. So she found her support there, did not break to the downside of this bearish pattern, man. I mean, she should have lost it here. That was a great chance to lose it and keep going down. And it didn't. And it definitely, in my opinion, it's poked. We're talking about it poking hole through this pattern. And we had to address this trend line a little bit. It's strong in my opinion. Still strong here on the daily. Look at what the MACD's getting ready to do. Or trying to do. Trying to get another bullish cross here. I would love to see this one break to the upside of this bearish pattern and go parabolic. And you know, it's been a long time coming. I think the video I made on it was way back here, back around August or whatever. And everything in that video, I mean, it's still all valid. Still waiting for that same thing, man, the trigger. So my strategy on that still remains the same. Safest place to get in is if we break above 0.5857 cents and hold it. Could possibly be a short area here, but I'm just starting to get a little bit risky to short this one, right? I think shorters have not been very happy with the performance of this. Of course, I got some good moves. There were two or three good moves in there. But yeah, I agree. She does look bullish, and eventually, I think she may have something. Ooh, we've got some bearish divergence here on the weekly, though. What's up with that? Of course, that will not so bad here on the RSI. I see it on the MACD down here, and sometimes that will play out, have an effect. But usually the RSI is what I mostly go by, and it's there as these peaks are going down on the top side, and those same peaks are going to the upside there. That is definitely bearish divergence, signifying that we should break to the downside unless we're getting ready to pull off that parabolic move, and it ignores this divergence for a little while. So we go parabolic, we can get above this trend line, we can still be printing out that bearish divergence, and it will catch up with it. It will, but it may be under measure move at 9 cents right through that area. That may be what gets us to let that divergence come in, and then either do a retest or, you know, break back in the pattern, maybe break down to this juicy buy zone. My personal opinion, I think she's looking just looking good. So if you're not in Caspa, maybe one to think about. Nakamoto kind of in the same situation, man. It's been holding very bullish too, and look at this Ichimoku cloud. This little green area right over here, man. Now we're on the weekly, and it's giving us a red dot here. It's giving us some signs of being a little bit tired and all, but that Ichimoku cloud is beautiful. I mean, way above this 9 moving average is just a little, just something to take warning of, because eventually we're going to touch that thing again, sooner than later. So you either got to get some more volume coming in. As we got price going up, but we got volume coming down. So that's a weakening trend, but just a pullback, maybe. We still got a lot of room that we could still go up, and still looking for the possibility of Nakamoto's going parabolic too. So that's one that's still on the radar for me to actually move parabolic. This one, Caspa. They had a couple of others kind of doing the same kind of price structure there. Strega says he got some SHIB today. Well, good for you, SHIB. Good for you, Strega. It is cheap. still have to wonder about Sam Bankman-Fried's role in this. He's the one that stepped in and helped Sushi Swap when I think it got exploited or something back in the day during DeFi summer last cycle. There's rumors that he's behind Shiba too. I just wonder if there's any truth to that. So I guess we're looking over here on Coinbase. Definitely, historically, there's been some juicy areas here. Is this the move I'm thinking about? Yeah, I think I actually caught this move here. Mine around the current price levels that we're at now, and that was nice. That was nice. I don't think I caught. Did I catch all the move? I don't think I caught all this move. But I just remember it seemed like it was staying around there for a long time, and then it changed. Could happen again. Definitely could, but we're still in this bottom territory. Looks like it's an accumulation. Not crazy about that cloud though. So we got our descending triangle there, and it can break to the downside. It can. It's got a 53% chance to break to the upside, 47% chance to break to the downside. If it does break to the downside, we become a channel or a falling wedge, more of a channel-y thing. Can you get, oh, never seen you that low. Never seen you that low. Just putting that out there. This area seems to be holding well. But just putting an idea out there, if this line does break, man, that would be, I don't even, it's 153 and we're at 690 now. 690 is a bargain from what I've seen historically on this. 165 would be, could be a hell of a bargain, or something's happening with KuCoin. I don't know. Should be doing fine. These guys seem to be building out their ecosystem. I'm not sure what the development or anything looks like on Shiba Inu. What is the health status on Shiba Inu now? I mean, it had great hype and everything, but and then there's supposed to be Shiba Swap. Total supply is 1,000 trillion. So supposedly all the Shiba coins are out there, right? This cannot be correct. A $2 million market cap? Everybody dumped their Shiba? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh crap, now I gotta dig. Market cap 4 billion. That sounds, what happened there? Shiba. Oh, we're not Shiba Inu. See, they get you. There we go. Okay, here we go. Gotta watch that with these meme coins. They try to get you. They just want your money now. I'm telling you. So we just looked at one called Shiba that was not Shiba Inu, even though we're just talking and quickly looking on an exchange to make a quick buy. Happened to me with Joy and Joystream over on MixC. It's easy to buy the wrong coin sometimes. 589 trillion. Well, hell, I can't even fathom the 31 trillion that the U.S. is in debt. I damn sure can't figure out what 600 trillion looks like in my head. Market cap is 4.7 billion. That's pretty huge. And it's coming in at 6.9. Still has not hit its all-time low. Really? At 88.45. Okay. Or all-time high was it? Okay, that was your all-time high. Your all-time low was a bunch of zeros and That doesn't tell me crap. I can't read. Where do dot. Oh, here we go. Crap ton of zeros in 8165 versus a lot less zeros, just 4 zeros, and 8845 was all-time high. That's a lot of zeros to get rid of. That's a lot of X's. Look how many X's that way. You get an X for every zero, or a 10X for every zero. Dang, man. She's a lottery ticket that may pay off. I don't know. Welcome to Stream Nest. Glad to have you here. All right, guys. Got anything you want me to take a look at? Feel free to throw it up in the chat. Let's see, the time is 12:10, so we'll be wrapping us up shortly. Just take a look at a few more things. Taking a look at Ave here, see how she's doing. She's coming in at $62, kind of down in to me, these areas, I mean, when it comes to altcoins right now, you got some different narratives. You got people saying, oh, this is not a good time to buy them, and other people saying, oh, these things are cheap, man, let's load up. I kind of suggest the middle ground. But as a general rule, wherever this looks, by the chart, this looks like a great place to buy on the bottom. And this area here, at what is this, $50 has been holding very well. So, yeah, it's risky to buy, but less risky to buy here than probably any other point that we've seen over the past couple of years, right? Well, she's been in this range for a while, so that's not actually an true and accurate statement. The last 2 years, since June 22nd, we've been kind of in these areas, not really making it above $100. But when she kicks back in, I like Ave. I think it's got a better use case. And the OG DeFi, traditional DeFi on Ethereum, I like it. But getting up to $400 or $500 from where we are now, I mean, possible 10x. I would consider this more like a blue chip play. And currently just seeing if it's ever going to break out of this descending triangle that has been in for well over a year. And if she gets a breakout, we're looking around 100 and just guesstimating, just depending on where she breaks out at. I mean, we could be looking up close to $150. Let me just go ahead and mark this key area right here, but 125 will be that'll be a nice target there. Horizontal support resistance type area right there. Really more of a zone, but that's about as close as I can get price wise. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's about 113. That goes with those wicks and these wicks, so that's an area that needs to get above, but measured move takes us up to 143. Possible. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Or doesn't mean it's going to happen quickly. Scrolling through some of these coins here, we looked at SoFi tonight. We looked at several of them. Metadedium, DKA. Rune's been on people's minds a little bit lately because I think it's getting just a little bit bearish here, but we talked about that here on the daily. Being in that bearish pattern, it usually comes down to the downside. But it's all healthy in my personal opinion. I think we're just going to get a retest, probably retest this daily 200 moving average, 100 moving average may stick in these areas. 144 to 130, may see that. That's cool. Price needs to do that. But could be some juicy areas to get back in before this one starts taking off just a little bit, possibly. I like room do have a measured move for this falling wedge here at $2.91. Currently we're trading at $1.57 on Rune, so could be a nice little move up from this little buy zone, $1.36. Yes, it is 113%. Moonbag, baby, moonbag. Guys, thank you so much for being with me tonight, hanging out as we take a look at the charts and the crazy action in Bitcoin. Don't let them take your Bitcoin, folks. I know we don't have all the X appeal just yet, but don't rule out Bitcoin. It actually does have one of the greatest purposes in the world, and that's as a global community owned currency, not controlled by a government, hard for them to seize. That's a very attractive feature right there, because you know how they like to seize things. And the world likes that too. And growing acceptance in Bitcoin, I mean, we need Bitcoin, and something I don't see anything that would replace Bitcoin. I just don't. The OG, it's the most secure network out there, man. The most secure network in the world. I think everybody needs a part of that, because I think it's going to be very valuable in time. And sure, it may not make you 10, 20x yet. I think there will be one day you'll say, oh, I had the opportunity to buy more Bitcoin and I didn't. Let's not let that happen. Good night, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here, Stray Guy. You guys be blessed, man. Trade carefully, because they're out there to take your money, and they're going to make this market a crazy mess this week, I think. All right. Good night, everybody.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe, that's my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, freaky dog. Got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog, freaky dog. Come on, come here, bud.